Hello, family. It's great to see you tonight. I hope you're all doing good. Uh, I know it's later than what I suspected. I had planned on getting on here earlier. Just had a rough evening with trying to get everything done up here at the house and everything. So I hope that you understand. But I just want to tell y'all a story tonight. Um, it's about me and two of my bestest friends that I had met when I was about 9, almost 10 years old. It started out, my mom, she had got laid off and everything, and we were getting ready to start at the middle school, the elementary school that I went to. We didn't have a lot of money. She was worried to death. She couldn't buy what we needed to go. So my uncle contacted her. He lived in Indiana, and he asked us to come out for the summer. He had a summer job for her. So my mom really didn't want to do it, but she went ahead and decided she thought it'd be best to go out and be able to make the money to try to buy our school things. So we took off to Indiana, where it was a hot summer. But when we got there, the work was working on a strawberry farm, picking strawberries. And they actually let me and my two sisters work with my mom. So it was pretty good. We got to pick berries with her. We already knew how to pick berries, being from West Virginia. We done that every year anyway. Picked and canned for the winter time to make cakes and jams and holiday stuff. So we was used to picking berries, but they would pay us a quarter for every quart that we would pick. It wasn't a lot of money, but we tried hard. But I ended up meeting two real good friends while I was there. They were two little Mexican boys. They were there with their family, picking too, and they couldn't speak much English, and they had a hard time saying my name and everything. They would always say, "Boy, mirror, boy, mirror," and I always knew they wanted me to come with them. But they lived not far from us. They was in a house down below where my uncle is. My uncle lived on the lake, and they was in a house down below us. It was a little trailer. And after work every day, we would meet up and at the park and play and go down to the to the lake and skip rocks and everything and look for fish because we always, the fish were laying right at the bank. It was a big nesting spot for fish, and they were all just laying there, and we would try to sneak and try to catch them. We'd always get in trouble over it, but we would spend a lot of time at the park playing. A lot of time. And every evening when it was time to go home, I would walk with the boys first where they lived, and they would go home first, and then I'd go on up the road to my place. And one evening, we was at the park there, and we ran across a squirrel. And the squirrel wasn't scared at all. I was sitting at a picnic table and it came running right up my leg, ran up on my arm, and he would not get off of me. He was crawling all over me, running around my shoulders and stuff. But every time them two boys would come over, it would take off, flying. It wouldn't let them get around it. And they done everything to try to get it to come to them and wouldn't. Everything in the world. And for probably about 2.5 weeks, every day I'd go to the park and the squirrel would be there. And I loved it, I did. I couldn't wait to get off from picking strawberries to get to that park to play and to see the squirrel. It was so much fun. And one evening it came a bad storm, and something happened. The squirrel took off, and I kept going back, looking for it, back, looking for it. Every day we'd go back and it wasn't there. So I figured, well, the storm had run it off as bad as it got because it came a pretty good one. And I was sad, I was, but I was just a kid. I went on. Then one evening, it was miserable hot. We had been down at the lake. We got down to the edge and was swimming and everything, and um, it was pouring the rain. I mean, it was pouring, and they was calling for a tornado warning, and the buzzer went off and everything, and those boys they wanted to go to the park, and I was like, no, we better go home, we better go home, and they was like, no, boy, come, come, and so I was like, man, I've got to go. So being me, I started to take off, go around through there, and I got probably about 15 feet up above the water, and here come that squirrel running down out of the weeds. I mean, ran right up my pants leg. I mean, all the way up my pants leg, up around my chest, and was running around my neck, and was just running up and down me, and wouldn't get off of me for nothing. And those boys was like, come, 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 was trying to get me to come. And I was like, no, just go ahead. I'm going to stay with the squirrel. So I was excited to see a squirrel. I was. I mean, like I said, it had been almost 3 weeks. So I just stayed there, was playing with the squirrel and everything. And they went on around the lake. And probably about 5 minutes after they left, man, it came one of the biggest storms. I mean, it was thunder and lightning and hailing and so the squirrel it took off flying. I mean, when it came a big thunder and crash, and I mean that squirrel, it was, I don't know what happened. It was gone. I couldn't see it nowhere. So I took off running home, and when I got home, my mom, she tanned my hide for being out in that storm, knowing there was tornado warning and lightning and thundering like it was down near that water. And about an hour later, we heard sirens and everything, and we didn't know what it was. We didn't really pay no mind. We knew there were sirens and stuff. We thought something had happened with the storm. And the next morning, we got up to go pick berries and everything, and we got to the farm, and my buddies, they were always waiting up at the front, waiting on me. And when I got there, everybody was upset and crying and pulling people to the side, talking to them and everything. And I was just going on picking berries and trying to see if I could find them and stuff. But come to find out, they had left me and ran around the edge of the lake. They got struck by lightning and they didn't make it. It was hard. It was. I mean, it tore my heart out. I mean, but I started thinking for so long I could have been with them. I should have been with them every day. I was with them. I followed them every single day. But something told me that day when that squirrel came. I mean, we were a quarter mile from the park, and that squirrel found me, and it stopped me from going with them. So a lot of people don't believe in coincidence and things that are supposed to happen. But I'm telling you, it wasn't my time to go. That squirrel saved me. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. That squirrel came out of nowhere after almost 3 weeks. On the day my two buddies got struck by lightning, stopped me from going. It saved my life. It did. But I've never seen that squirrel again. Never. So, all I can say is just listen to your heart. If it's telling you have that feeling not to do something, stay with it. Because you never know what could really happen. I love everybody. I hope y'all having a beautiful night. I'm sorry it's late getting this up, But like I said, it's been a long day. But I love every one of you. I hope that y'all have had a good weekend and tomorrow's even a better day for you. God bless every one of you. I love you. Please keep reaching out to me, sending me messages, email me, talk to me as much as you like. I love every I do. Y'all are so amazing. You're my family. But everybody have a great night. And I will see y'all in the chats and see y'all tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Stay out of trouble. Don't get scammed.